halftime tip on that one, and that, of course, will be followed by yet another elimination game, possibly, for the Denver Nuggets as they are traveling out to the Bay Area to take on the Golden State Warriors. 8.5 is what this number opened up at. Pretty much hovering right around that 8.5 for the last day or so here, with that total opening around the 226 mark. I mean, let's be realistic here, Teddy. Denver played lights out. They did everything they could to stave off elimination. Do they have another game like that in the cards for them here on the road tonight against Golden State?
Well, you can equally ask whether the Warriors have a game like the one they did. I mean, the Warriors have shot 50% or better from the floor in every game in this series. All right. So it's not like Golden State hasn't had, above, not exceeded expectations based on shot percentage available. I mean, the Warriors have had a heck of an offensive series. What happened in Game 4 was that Denver finally made some shots and was able to beat him. But, I mean, Joker's having a huge series. Morris is certainly capable. And when Highland's draining threes off the bench, it's not Golden State's night. When it comes to Game 5, certainly the Warriors are saying all the right things. All right. I have no urgency to step in front of Golden State coming off a loss, returning home against a team they're better than. Okay. Especially, as you mentioned, with the Nuggets shooting, what they shoot 57% in that ballgame. I would not anticipate Denver approaching or exceeding those type of numbers tonight. But, as Jay and Steve both said in their analysis of the Bulls and Bucks game, the point spread's a great equalizer. Golden State can win the game, can clinch the series, and not cover the number. We saw that happen last night with Miami and their kind of meltdown over the last 5 minutes of that ball game. We saw that happen with Memphis, win and yet not cover last night. It does happen. It's happened 5 times here in the postseason. Doesn't happen a ton, but it happens. And in this point spread range, you could see Denver hanging around. I wouldn't be shocked if Denver hangs around. They were saying all the right things following Game 3. They were saying all the right things following Game 4. I don't look at this as a no-show game for the Nuggets. Obviously, Golden State's the better of the two squads. And in the closeout game, off a loss at home, we expect the Warriors to win. But this point spread is right where it should be. Easy pass for me. I have no idea what to do on the side, and I don't have a strong opinion on the total.
Yeah, so, I mean, do we believe that, A, Steph Curry is going to miss as many free throws in this game as he did in that game, number one? And number two, I mean, why not Monte Morris, 7-11, 5 threes in the game? Hell, he even dusted off Aaron Gordon. How much faith do you have in this bench of Denver to keep this thing close?
Well, you mentioned it right there, Joe. I don't even believe it's the bench. You need Aaron Gordon to play like Aaron Gordon, and then him with Jokic, they can be a 1-2 punch and actually do something. We know that obviously Draymond Green's a good defender, but he's not just the greatest rim protector, right? He's no Rudy Gobert. So it's Nuggets or nothing for me here. I actually sprinkle a little some on the Nuggets plus the 9 here. I think they can keep it close. I don't think this is a type of team that's just going to give up or mail it in. And also, and if they were going to do that, then they wouldn't want to go back to Golden State, right? They could have lost Game 4. So they're still showing, and the Nuggets down 3-1. This is kind of their role, right? I don't know why, but maybe they're just the type of team that likes to have their backs against the wall, and then they wake up and start to ball. Like I said, the last couple of games, you see Aaron Gordon start to assert himself offensively with Jokic, Bones Highland coming off the bench, Monte Morris, who obviously have to play at a bigger level as well. So, yeah, I think 9 is a little too much. Obviously, you're paying tax with the Warriors. A lot of people are taking them thinking it's easy just because obviously they're probably going to win. But, yeah, I think the Nuggets can keep this game within 4 to 5 points, guys.
You know, they haven't had a problem scoring, the Warriors, Steve Merrill, that's for sure. I think more than 118, at least 118 or more in their games. They went over 120 in both home games here. What's to stop them from dropping a $120 again tonight?
Yeah, I don't think it's a question if the Golden State shoots well again. As Teddy said, they've shot 50% in every game or better. In fact, Game 4 in which they lost, they shot 50%. They shot 52.5% or better in the other 3 games. Just incredible shooting. And I don't think that's a fluke. You know, after 4 straight games of doing that, I just don't think Denver has the matchups to stop them. The question for me is if Golden State plays better defense tonight, because in the first 2 games, They held Denver to 46 and 42.5% shooting. The two games in Denver, they allowed 50 and 56. The reason they didn't close this series 4-0 is because they allowed 56% shooting and lost by 5 the other night. So that's what I think will get better at home defensively. With that said, though, the over is still the only way to play the total here. Even if Golden State plays better defensively, the game probably still gets over. We saw that in games 1 and 2. The Warriors allowed, as I said, just 46 and 42.5%, and the game still totaled 230 and 232. All 4 games have totaled at least 231 or higher. The total in the previous 3 games was around that 223, 223.5 range. So they've only bumped the total a basket after 4 straight overs in this series. The exact opposite. The Chicago series has been all unders. I agree with the under there tonight. I agree with the over here. It's over or pass if you're looking at this total.
Got to go up and over or pass. And Teddy, I was wondering where it is. Would not be the NBA if we did get a quote from you, my man. What did you find for us?
Yeah, I put it down, and when I was talking, I spaced on them. There's 2 key quotes for this one. One's from Klay Thompson, and this is meaningful, all right? Klay Thompson talking about Game 5 off the loss. Quote, "We got to go into it like it's must win. We like to get some rest before in the next series, and we don't want to travel back to Denver. We've got to come in with the mindset that we have something to prove, that it's a must win." So clearly, we expect that sense of urgency from Golden State tonight. And when Thompson or Green says something like that, I pay attention. That said, on the other side, I think it was Jay brought it up about how comfortable that Denver is in this down 3-1 scenario, like they've been against the Jazz and the Clippers in the postseason. Quote, "Obviously, of all teams in the playoffs, we are probably the most comfortable being down 3-1. Can I say we have them right where we want them? No, but we are alive. We live to fight another day." So just a couple of quotes that I thought were meaningful, and they both contradict each other, and both of them look to me to be bet on quotes. That's why I'm passing.
So I'll give you one trend here, Jay, that sounds like it's got overvalued written all over it, and that is teams who are up 3-1 in a Game 5 situation getting at least 60% of the money or better. Since 2003, just 5-10 against the number. So there's winning, and then there's covering. And yeah, that's a lot of overvaluing there. And again, could be that spot here again for the Warriors tonight. Maybe a little too much market support here. They win, they advance. So 2 games tonight here, guys, to choose from. Bucks and the Bulls, not to mention the Warriors and the Denver Nuggets. At least one of these games, the teams may hit 100.